We're in front of Parliament House in Canberra, and we just want to make a special announcement because I'm Malcolm Roberts, the chair of the Senate Select Committee into Primary Production Lending, and this is John Williams from New South Wales, and he's a senator and has been senator for how many years, mate?
Nearly 9, Malcolm. Almost 9 years.
You're almost as old as Parliament House.
Nearly ready to leave.
I'm from Queensland. We've also got Claire Moore, and she's a senator from Queensland too, and we've got senators from WA, Victoria, and also possibly Tasmania on this Senate Select Committee doing an inquiry into rural lending practices. And what we want to hear is about the practices that have affected farmers, fishermen and forestry people right around our country. So if you've got any of those stories, we want you to contact us.
Yeah, Malcolm, in the 9 years I've been in the Parliament, in the Senate, we've achieved so much through Senate inquiries. Where the inquiry into the banks in 2011, where the inquiry into ASIC and the financial planning, now we're doing the life insurance, but we need your help. If we need to change the laws, the regulations to make life better for you, you've got to come forward and tell us the story. Some of the stories are not very nice. I've been involved in this for many years now. A lot of hardship, a lot of trauma, a lot of stress. But we need your assistance to come forward to our inquiry, give us a submission, tell us the story, so then we can recommend to government what changes need to be made to see that you are treated fairly.
And what we've learned, we've already had people out helping people make submissions. We've learned that some farmers have been so traumatized by banking and financial practices that they've broken down. Some of them just can't bear the trauma of writing a submission. So what we would like is for you to make a written submission. You'll get the contact details below and also probably later in this video. But if you can't make a written submission, just make a note or get in touch with the secretary of our committee. You'll see it on the contact details below. Tell him that you would like to appear, and then we'll be holding inquiries and calling for witnesses in regional centres and rural areas right around Australia. And so we are desperate to hear from you because we know that you have been beaten around by the banks. So we want, as John said, to end these practices, identify them, end them. And we know that there have been around about 20 inquiries, John?
Been a lot over the last 8 or 10 years, Malcolm, a lot. And can I just add, Malcolm, if you have trouble putting a submission together, you're traumatised by what's happened to you, call one of your senators. Every state has 12 senators. Call one of your senators' office to give you a hand. We can help you through it, talk you through it, assist you through whatever situation you're facing. So please get involved. Let us know so we can make life better for you through regulation and decent rules so everyone in Australia is treated fairly.
So the deadline for the closing of written submissions and notifying the Secretary that you want to appear as a witness verbally is June the 5th. We'll be then going through and doing regional hearings through the month of July, and we've got a deadline then to report back to the government in early October. It's really important to understand that if you want, because some people have been so intimidated by the banks, they're scared of them, if you want to make your written submission or just your verbal inquiry comments in private, we can arrange that. If you want to make them public, we can arrange that. So just let us know about privacy and confidentiality. Anything else, mate?
Malcolm, a very important issue you make, because when you do a submission to a Senate inquiry, you're actually covered by parliamentary privilege. Yeah. You can't be sued. But if you want to lodge your submission and keep it confidential, usually the committees agree with the request to confidentiality. If you want to make it public, that's no problem putting it up on a website for the world to see. But we'll do whatever we can to help you and look after you. But remember, you are covered by parliamentary privilege. Whatever you say, you cannot be sued. But of course, what we do look for is the truth. Giving false and misleading evidence to a committee is a contempt of the Senate, so keep it honest.
Yes, and the rural producers, especially the food producers, are the backbone of this country. They affect lifestyles and also food prices right around our country. So we need you to put in place new rules and new regulations to protect the bank, to protect farmers from the banks. And so we need your information. That's the only way we can get the information and then draft new legislation. So get in touch with the details below and let's hear from you, please.
Well done, Malcolm.
Good on you, mate.
Good on you,
Thanks,
mate.
Wacka.
Good on you.